Now that you're all experts in interpreting and drawing box plots by hand, I'm going to show you how to do that in GeoGebra. So here I have a new GeoGebra window open, and the first thing I'm going to do is increase the font size so that it's easier to read. Click on Options, and increase the font size a little bit. And what we need to do next is we need to open up the spreadsheet window. And as with all things that have to do with statistics, we need some data. So I have some data already copied here, and I'm going to just paste it into my spreadsheet. Here it's already in order from smallest to largest, but of course you can type it in or copy it in any order that you want in the spreadsheet, and you can have the spreadsheet order it for you. So I have it copied into the spreadsheet. I'm going to highlight the relevant cells. I'm going to click over here on one variable analysis and have it analyze the data for me. Another window pops up over here for data analysis, and it has automatically graphed a histogram for us. We don't want that right now. We want to change that to a box plot. And here we are with our box plot. Now you're going to notice that this box plot looks a little bit different than the box plots that you're used to seeing. These two values here and here are the outliers. They're called outliers, in German Ausreißer. And GeoGebra has already done some calculations and decided that these outliers, they're a little bit too far away from the other values in our box plot, so it has decided not to include them. For most of the work that we are going to do, we definitely want to include them. So we have to click over here and uncheck the box that says Show Outliers because we want them in our box plot. So now they're in our box plot. We don't need this anymore. And now you can also click up here where it says Show Statistics, and it will show us all the relevant information that we could read from the graph right here in a number list. So here you can see the minimum, the maximum, you can see the value of the first quartile and the median and the second quartile, the third quartile, excuse me. And the only numbers that are not included that might be relevant to us are things like the mode and the range. So what we're going to do is use this spreadsheet here to calculate that. Now this spreadsheet works in a very similar way to Excel. So I'm going to have this spreadsheet calculate the range for us automatically if I don't just want to do it by hand. So here I'm going to do the cell equals maximum, brackets open, and I'm going to copy these cells, minus the minimum with brackets, and copy these cells. So the range is the max minus the min. Enter, and we see that our range here is 29,000 in this case. And we also are interested in the mode. So I can just put an equal sign and then type in mode. In German, of course, you want to type modus with brackets for these cells here. Enter, and it tells us that our mode is 18,000. Yeah, in this case, you can see it very easily. The mode, 18,000 comes up 3 times, and it's definitely more frequent than any other number. So our mode is definitely 18,000. And our range, of course, the difference between 37,000 and 8,000 is 29,000. Now, once we have our box plot and all the information, we can, if we want, we can export our box plot by clicking here. We can copy it to our clipboard, or we can export it as a picture. And we can also copy it to our graphics view if we want to change how it looks. That's what we're going to do here. Close this window and close the spreadsheet window. And now we can change our box plot to make it look kind of how we want it to. I'm going to click up here. I'm going to move it over slightly. And here it seems very, very squished in the horizontal direction. So I'm just going to hover over this, the x-axis, and spread it out a little bit. Now if I do the same thing for the y-axis, that's going to control basically how thin or fat our box plot appears. And there we have it.